Hi, welcome once again to another episode of The Origin, Dream of Freedom, where we're talking about America, the founding of America, the backbone, the backdrop that this nation was founded on. There's a document that you may be familiar with. It is called the Mayflower Compact. The Mayflower Compact is a covenant, and it is a covenant that reflects a commitment to govern with justice, that is driven by the common good of all mankind and the community that it rules over. It mirrors the biblical concept in so many ways of community, where each member is accountable to one another under God's guidance. Galatians 6:2 talks about that. And as we think about it, consider how God calls us in Scripture to support one another. Consider how God creates us to be a tribe, a family, if you will, where we rise up and we meet the needs of each other, where we take care of each other, where together we can become something greater. The Mayflower Compact is such a unique document in American history. It becomes the foundational document that so many other documents would be patterned after, because it comes and springs forth from a group of people who were looking for religious freedom, but also understood that God had some boundaries, guardrails, some rules of the road for us to live by. And somehow it was an attempt to take and put those into writing into a document that would become a guiding document that would set the governance of people. The Mayflower Compact. See, a lot of times in the founding of America, we don't think about that document, but it's a fascinating document if you want to go back and read it all over again. Because we were created by God for community. The Mayflower Compact actually is a document, one of the first documents ever to give value to a community of people, of individuals who were trying to become together a nation, a group of people, a colony, if you will, of people who would honor God and be who they were created to be. As a follower of Jesus Christ, you're called to be that in this nation, in this place called America. We are a community. We are the family of God put into this community, this place, this people. And we have a role and we have a responsibility for making it better and doing it in a way that honors God. The beauty is we live in a nation where we have the freedom to do that. The tragedy is that sometimes we don't value that. Value the freedom that you have, see the importance of community, and don't be afraid to be a part and plug into the community that will make an impact in the world. That's part of why America was created. That's part of that dream of freedom that drove our founding fathers. And that initial document, so foundational in our nation, the Mayflower Compact, becomes one worth looking at as we think about the freedom that we have today. I look forward to joining you in another episode.